channel. My name is Gloria Melenzi and I'm so happy that you've tuned in today. Thank you so much. So for today's video I'll be doing just like a quick, it's not a review, it's mostly just lessons slash gems that I got from the book Becoming by Michelle Obama. And I picked this book because it's a book that I just recently finished reading. And just go ahead and get started. So just in the beginning of the book, Michelle Obama talks about how she hates the question, who would you like to be when you grow up? And to her, the question doesn't really make sense because she's like, first of all, as human beings, we don't stop growing. You know, it's not like you grow up and you're 25 and you become a doctor and that's the end of your life. You know, obviously we grow up and people grow up and they work in different jobs, they work in different companies, and they don't necessarily just pick one path and just stick to that for the rest of your lives. I mean, of course you have those people, but in most cases you have people just trying different things, working in different jobs. And so her point is that, you know, when you ask this question to a young kid, you're really limiting their capabilities. You're limiting what they can see for themselves in the future. Even if you grow up and let's say you become a doctor, you know, that doesn't mean you have to do that forever. Doctors can become businessmen, businessmen become doctors. It's not the end of the world, you know. Yeah, whatever you decide to do, wherever you are in life right now, if you feel like it's time for a new beginning, then you can go ahead and do that. We're always growing, we're always evolving, and we shouldn't try to limit people, you know, put them in boxes like you're gonna do this or you have to do that, you have to study this, you have to study that. Lesson number one, stop asking that question. I believe as human beings we all struggle with this, with some areas of our life, at least one area of your life where you just feel like you're not enough. Whether it's I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not educated enough, I'm not wealthy enough, you know, etc. Can just not skinny enough, etc. It can be different things for different people, obviously. My sister sent me a link on WhatsApp of this really powerful video that I watched on YouTube, and it's by a woman called Marissa Peer, and her whole video is about how these three words, I am enough, can really change your life. I'll put the link to that video just down below. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys know Elaine, an author, like now an author, Elaine Welteroth, who just recently came up with her own book that says more than enough, like you're more than enough. And she adds a sentence that you're more than enough even when you're a work in progress, and that really hit me hard. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter like what your insecurities are, just that starting with that belief, I am enough, at the core can really help to just transform your life, just change your life for the better. And in the book, Michelle Obama's book, she talks about how when she was in Chicago, like going to Princeton University, a middle class family, and now she's in a whole new city, a whole new, you know, this prestigious university, and it can be intimidating. And for her, just in the beginning, she was struggling with the feeling inside of her like I am enough, and she really just had to in order for her not only survive but excel that environment, she really had to start believing in herself that I am enough. And keep telling herself, I am enough. I deserve to be here. I deserve this. I am worthy of this. I'm worthy of being in this university. Having gone through that, you know, and actually doing really well out of the other students, she just wanted to remind everyone, you know, it doesn't matter your upbringing, your background, what you're currently doing as a job, your education, it really doesn't matter. Just know that no matter what you're going through, no matter who you are enough. You are enough. It's a very strong affirmation, I am enough, that I highly recommend. Just from repeating the words all the time, repeating the words to yourself, I am beautiful, I am bold, I am brave, I am smart. I believe it can really help, like in just building your confidence, building your self-esteem, and you know, you say it enough, you start believing it. You will start believing it yourself. So yeah, just go ahead and do that. It is never ever too late. um, I don't know, sometimes as human beings we put so much emphasis on what people will think about us. And so you can be doing a, working in a job or do something that you're really, really, truly just unhappy with, but then you worry, what people think if I decide to move from this and do that. And what I realized, especially this year, is that people really and truly don't care about you as much as you think they do. People have their own lives, their own issues, problems, battles that they're battling with, that they can like focus, like talk. Okay, let's say you worry about, they'll talk about you. Okay, they can talk about you for 5 seconds, five. Okay, I'm being dramatic. For 5 minutes, talk about it for 5-10 minutes, and you know what, they're moving on with their lives. They'll keep going with your day. Live your life for you, don't live your life for other people, or worrying too much on what other people will say about you. So if you're studying, if you're working a job you're unhappy with, if you're studying something you're unhappy with, just start having that conversation with yourself first. Be honest with yourself. Admit to yourself, you know what, I am not happy doing this. And for Michelle Obama, she talks about how with law, because obviously she studied law, and she was working, for a big company, making good money, but at some point she knew she was not happy with the job. But what changed her life was when she admitted to herself that she was not happy, and even saying it out loud was the step that she needed to take to actually change, move jobs. Because after you admit to yourself and you accept that you're not happy doing what you're doing, then the process can begin. Then you can start thinking about, all right, I'm not happy with this, so what's the next step, But as long as you stay complacent, you stay, just satisfied with less than what you know you deserve, you'll just keep staying there. You'll stay there, you'll work 10 years, you will look back, regret, and be like, oh my god, I knew from year one I should have quit that job. I can speak also from my personal experience, and that was when it was here in Dar, and I was working for a really like 5-star, really nice, beautiful hotel. And the job itself, actually, before I started the job, I was so excited, and I studied hospitality myself, and so in Dar, like, I was like, okay, where else am I gonna work? Like, this is the best place for me to work for what I studied, and out of all, I've done internships and worked like a few jobs now. Out of all, that was the worst of the worst job I've ever had in my entire life. It was just horrible. I literally would wake up in the morning and feel anxious to go to work, and I'll be looking forward to Friday, looking forward to holidays, like public holidays, because I hated going to work every day, And from just after working there a few days, I would say, within like within the first month, I already made the decision, like, I can not work this job for a long time. And I actually stayed there for like an addition, I think 7 months additional after that. But even then, from during that time when I was still working there, I already had a plan to transition. Like, if you have a plan and you really like focus on it, you will push through, you will find a solution, So me being that uncomfortable in the job, being that extremely unhappy, it was the push that I needed to do something else, do something different, And from that, I did get another job. I did move countries, and I went to live in a different country for a whole year, and it was an amazing experience. I'm saying all this to say that you only live once. Life is, okay, it's a cliche, like, life is too short, life is too short, but really it's true. I just want to encourage everyone, live a life that makes you happy, that inspires you, motivates you to just do better and live a better life, And to be honest, when I think of people that hate their jobs, those are the ones, you know, when you have like those like horrible customer service like when you go to like hotels and restaurants and people that really hate their jobs, you can tell, because they're the ones who will be rude to you. They're the ones, like, the world would be a much better place if everybody did what they truly enjoy doing, you know. So yeah, I gave that an analogy because I work in hospitality. That's it for today. Let me know if you've read Michelle Obama's book, Becoming. What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? What did you learn from the book? You know, I would love to hear from you guys. You can comment down below. You can hit me up on Instagram, on Twitter. But I do promise I'll be posting videos every single week, and I'm gonna commit to that right now. And so yeah, but for today, thank you so much for watching. Like, thank you. I'm so appreciative. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.